Ink is a tool to create interactive stories. To install it, go to Inky Studios.com/ink. Click enter, and you'll get to this page. Scroll until you see Inky download. Click on it, and you will see all the changes. Inky is the editor for Ink as well as the compiler. To install it, scroll down and choose the version that fits your computer. Download the editor and wait for it to install. Once it's fully downloaded, click on that shown in folder, double click, and you'll see this folder with the entire program inside of it. Now copy this folder, go to this PC, C drive, program files, and paste it. You'll say you need to approve administrator rights to copy this file. Click continue, and wait for it to copy the entire program into your program files. Once it's finished, you'll see the new folder here. And Inky.exe is the one you want to run. You can pin it to start so it shows up here. Click on it, and it will say Windows has protected your PC. It will think that this is a virus because it came from the web and does not have a publisher. Click more information and run anyway. It will open Inky and it will have a sample story. Make it full screen, and you can see that this is the editor where you edit your code, and this is your preview view where you can see a preview of your story. If I delete the editor code, I can type something like hello world. It will say end of story, but it's actually incorrect syntax. To end my story, I have to type dash greater than end. End is one option. If you prefer, you can use done. They give this exact same result. So, here I type text, but what if I want a choice? After all, it's an interactive story. So, I would say something like, how are you? And now I can have a choice by using plus and writing good. So now one of the choices is good. And what will happen? Let's just write some text. Great that you okay, that will work. Now we can also write bad. Oh no. Now delete this because now it will be meaningless. Now let's try. I click good. End of story. But it's better syntax to write dash and then end. You can also use done. For example, if I can use these tools that goes a single choice back, and this tool that restarts the entire story. So bad, it will say oh no, because I specified it to say oh no. However, if I try to make another choice, and say plus again. Right. Now I do up here, say it will say tell me a story right here, even though we indented it to be under only when you click bad. So we have to use something called a divert. I'll make 3 equal signs and say something like make happy. This is called a knot. Think about it like a chapter. Now I can put my tell me a story here. It will say a loose end. Do you need done statement? Yes, because we want to end our story here. So you can either use the end or done. Now I play my story and I click bad. But where is this? Where is my make happy? So I have to divert it there. I type the same thing as if I would type end, except instead of typing end, I type make happy. Now I run my story. Good, it shows this. Bad, I'll say, oh no, how can I help? And I can click tell me a story. Blah blah blah. And then as you can see, the tools start having an effect. If I rewind once, I can click here, and I can rewind the whole story to go to the beginning. This might not seem useful right now, but if you have a very large story, it is. I can also put this text directly inside. Okay, now I put my text in here. Instead of end, I can actually make a loop back to make happy. I can rewind all and say, how are you? I'm bad. And I can say, tell me a story. And go say blah blah blah, and then I'll go right back to, oh no, how can I help? Okay, so, but we don't want someone to be able to click tell me a story the whole time, so let's add another option. Sing me a song. And now I want to make it go back to make happy. So I use my divert again. So I go all the way back to the top. Let's say I'm feeling bad. I'm gonna tell me a story. Blah blah blah. Sing me a song. La la la. But I only want someone to get one story and one song. So instead of a plus, I can change it to star, which is a regular choice. The pluses are called sticky choices. Now I rewind my story. I just click bad. I click tell me a story. And I notice that tell me a story is gone. And I can click sing me a song. It will say it ran out of context because there's no more options. So I can add another one that's plus I'm feeling better. And this one can always be there. Now I can make it end statement or done, doesn't matter. And I can play my story. How are you? I'm feeling bad. You can tell me a story, but I really don't need a story. I am better. That's great, and it's the end of the story. I hope you got the basics of Ink and the Inky editor. And don't miss the next video.